Subscribers. Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm gonna do a quick live. I know it's late. I'm just gonna address a few things. People were sending me clips all night, all day, so I need to address. I'm gonna address Gremlin, and I'm gonna address Sumu real quick. And like I said, it's not gonna be long because of the fact that I don't need to be here for hours and hours saying what I gotta say. Um, Let me see. Ontiveros, thank you for being here. Patricia, Patty, thank you guys. Mama Testa. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna get straight into it. Like I said, everything that I'm about to say is just my own personal opinion. I have never threatened anyone here, and I'm just gonna address. First thing that I'm gonna go into is I'm gonna address Gremlin. Gremlin was supposedly saying earlier that that I'm calling Tweaker from some app number or whatever. First of all, Gremlin, I wanted to let you know, you fucking old piece of shit hag, that where is your proof that I'm calling him? You know, you don't have no receipts, you old fucking dirty hag, piece of shit lady. There is receipts, though. There is receipts that your son was jacking off there at Tweaker's house. And we have that video, pendeja. And as a matter of fact, they reposted that video on one of the 956 pages, Snake's page. So if anybody wants to see that video of Gremlin's son jacking off, he was jacking off, guys, there at Jaime's house in front of him. I don't know if they were having an orgy or they were getting each other off, but Gremlin's son was jacking off there, and there is a video, guys, of him jacking off there. According from people, I've heard a lot of different stories that supposedly after they jacked off each other, they they had some sort of intercourse, and that's how Gremlin's son contracted AIDS. Because we all know there is a video, guys, of Tweaker, aka Shrek, openly admitting on a video that he has AIDS. So they can't say that we're slandering anyone because there is a video, guys, where he admitted he has AIDS. So Gremlin, why don't you talk about you're mad because there's receipts. There's actual hardcore receipts of your son jacking off, pendeja. That's what you raised, a guy that gets no panocha, that has to go over there to Tweaker's house and jack off in front of him. How sad is that? El vato he looks like shit, like you, like a fat ogre. Uh, we all know just by the look, they've posted pictures of him. He looks like shit, Gremlin. You know for a fact that vato gets no fucking panocha whatsoever because that's what you raised, you old hag. That's what you fucking raised, a fucking jack off son. You can talk all the shit you want about me saying that I'm calling Jaime from app numbers, all this bullshit. But at the end of the day, you don't have no receipts, bitch. You have no fucking proof. Do you have a call log? Do you have a recording of me calling him? You don't have shit, pendeja. You don't have shit. But you know what? Te arde el pinche culo, pinche vieja bastarda. And I can't wait till you fucking croak because I am going to go fucking piss on your fucking grave. You have no fucking proof, you fucking dirty bitch. You have no receipts. Nomás estás hablando lo pendejo. But you know what? You're mad that I have a big, solid receipt of your son jacking off. Did you forget about that jack off video, bitch? You forgot, right? Well, I didn't forget. So why don't you talk about that, Gremlin? And another thing I wanted to bring up, she brought up that whole fucking story about the veterans. That supposedly there's some veterans that were talking about me and this and that. I already debunked that whole story a long time ago, Gremlin. You fucking old hag. If there were some veterans looking for me, why hasn't anybody contacted me, you fucking old hag? Why hasn't anybody reached out to me? If there was, I'm not hard to find. All you have to do is go on fucking Facebook and type my name and send me a message, and I'll get the message request. So if there's people looking for me, like you're saying, pendeja, why hasn't anybody reached out to me, you old hag? You want to know why? Because you're a lying sack of shit, and you're mad that you have a son that has a jack off problem, and that I exposed it. You fucking old hag. So talk about that. Talk about that. Your son's a fucking weasel. Wasn't probably didn't play football. Was never popular. Was a fucking ojete. You know, and now there's a fucking jack off video, a fucking straight up jack off video of him jacking off. So talk about that. Why has she never addressed that story about her son doing that in public? We want answer. Yeah. Why hasn't TikTok talked about that? Her son's jack off video. They want to be talking about everybody's fucking business on that fucking piece of shit show with nothing but fat women that hide behind avatars because they're too fucking fat and ugly and disgusting fat bitches that they don't want to show their faces because they know if they show their fucking faces, people are gonna laugh at them. They're gonna say, "Damn, these are some fat bitches talking," and all that's all they do. They just talk, talk, talk. Hablan toda la pinche noche for 3, 4 hours. How long does it take to get a point across? I don't understand why you have to talk for 3, 4 hours. Like, damn, I thought Vanessa was bad. These fucking fat bitches take the cake. She must really be proud of her son jacking off in stores. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. You know, like they want to say make up shit. Gremlin wants to say, oh, that's supposed. First of all, I don't even know that fag's number, and even if I did, I would not call a fucking dirty fag with AIDS. You know what I mean? I have no reason to call that fucking faggot. He's a fucking joto. I've already had him crying like a little bitch 3 times. He ain't shit to me. He's a fucking panochon. I've already called him out several times. As much as he wants to lie that he came, if he did come over here, why didn't he come over here to my house or looking for me? Why did he go to the police station and act like there was some sort of contract when everybody knows there was no fucking contract there? He just went over there nomás hacía lo pendejo without anybody even knowing shit from shit. I could go to Mercedes right now, tomorrow morning, not notify anybody, go live and act like there's a contract there. Anybody can do that. Any pendejete can go live at a police station and say, oh, I'm here to look for a contract that doesn't even exist. It's fucking retarded. Doesn't make sense. I agree with you, Luke. I think they're ashamed of how they look. Yeah, that's why they fucking hide behind those avatars. So Gremlin, why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about your fucking whore daughter that got fucking that they fucked her there at a band hall? You know what I mean? That all the band directors fucked her there. But you don't want to talk about that, right? That she's a fucking whore y le dieron vuelta ahí toda la pinche escuela, pinche vigía bastarda. Talk about your fucking that she's a fucking whore. That she's fucking le dieron vuelta ahí all over the fucking band hall, bitch. So instead of worrying about me, you old hag, worry about your jack off son. Get him some help. You know, raise him right. Teach him that that's not right. You fucking old hag. Teach him that that is not right. Let me go. Why has she? Let me see what other comments I missed, guys. I can't stand. Yeah, nomás habla lo pinche pendejo esa pinche vigía bastarda. You know, she forgets that we have a fucking video of her son jacking off all over the fucking valley. So that's what she has to make up stories and you and someone having, yeah, like making up. She's so fucking butthurt and mad that they got butthurt today because they're under the impression that I run this 956 page, which I don't. I don't fucking run that page. You know what I mean? If whoever runs those pages, if they want to defend me, Ophelia, RJ, Aner, whoever the fuck, that has nothing to do with me. Now, do I go and look at that page sometimes, give them a like or comment? Yeah, because sometimes I laugh at the stuff they post, but that doesn't mean I'm fucking running anything. So shut the fuck up. Stop blaming me. They got fucking they got butthurt and triggered because I guess some new information came out that fucking Fat Sumu's husband, Arty Boy, supposedly has an extensive, full blown record, you know. And I wonder, Sumo, why ain't you talking about that, bitch? You fat bitch. You fat, disgusting blob of shit. You look like Humpty Dumpty walking. Why ain't you talking about that on your fucking show, pendeja? That Artie boy has an extensive, full blown fucking record of charges a lo pendejo, fleeing from the police, burglary of a habitation, indecency with a child, aggravated assault, all kinds of shit, all kinds of a fucking laundry list of fucking charges a lo pendejo. You know why? So I wonder, are your kids even supposed to be around someone like that? That's something that I think CPS needs to investigate. They need to look into, and if he and there is a, I think Ophelia showed a document where he supposedly he pulled out a gun on somebody, and if he's a convicted felon, I know for a fact convicted felons are not supposed to have weapons, and you can report that to the police guys, and they will go and investigate that because no convicted felons are supposed to have any type of weapons, and if they are carrying a weapon around the children, CPS can investigate that, and they will investigate it. So that's something that's going to be brought into the limelight, guys. That's going to be talked about. Sumo needs to fucking let people know about that. You know what I mean? She's big mad that she's making it seem like, oh, it rolled off my back. No, bitch, it fucking te dolió, ¿verdad, pendeja? That people found out. You want to talk about me and my little fucking bullshit classy misdemeanor that everyone knows is gonna get dismissed. It ain't gonna fucking go nowhere because first of all, I never messaged that lady, and that's a fucking fact. And the cops here have no fucking, they have no proof that it was me because it wasn't me, and I know for a fact it wasn't me. And so that shit ain't gonna go nowhere. It's gonna get dismissed. It's a little classy misdemeanor, like a fucking. It's basically like a traffic stop. So they're big. They're fucking mad. They're mad that Sumo wants to talk about that. Oh, she's not gonna let it go, bitch. She doesn't have to let it go. If she don't want to because of the fact that it's not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna get dismissed. It's not gonna go. It's not gonna go anywhere. Bastarda. Those are not disabled children. So don't fuck. Let me see. Katie, do you see her on the screen? Yeah, hey guys, if there's somebody here cagando el palo, go ahead and take them off. Like I'm not really reading the comments. I'm just kind of going. I'm trying to make my live as fast as I can because I know the Oinkins took like fucking 4 hours, and then I know Ophelia had to come on and rebuttal, and then of course, I'm gonna have to rebuttal because of the fact that that's the reason I made this platform to defend myself. I don't go live unless people talk about me, and they wanted to have the old hag and Sumu wanted to have my name in their mouth, talking out of their ass, and if they wouldn't have mentioned me, you know what? I don't go live, but somebody mentions me, guess what? I will defend myself. That's the way I work. You don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. So, Evil Knievel, an adult, and so is her son. Good show. So yeah, guys, like I said, I'm just trying to rush through it. I know a lot of you guys have already been up late, and I don't want to keep everyone up late. But yeah, I just wanted to address that. Sumu, all this shit's gonna come into the limelight. CPS is gonna investigate. People do have your address, from what I heard. I heard from a lot of sources. They know where you reside, and there in Edinburgh. Their law enforcement will go check to see if the felon is in fact having a gun. They will search the apartment. They will do what they got to do. If they got to turn the apartment upside down, they will search for the weapon. I do know, guys. I've worked, as many of you guys know, I have worked in corrections for many years. I do know convicted felons are not supposed to be carrying weapons, especially around children. Uh, so CPS and law enforcement will be investigating Sumu's place of residence and searching for those items. Like I said, don't blame us. You want to be moviendo el hocico. You want to be talking out of your ass. Gremlin wants to be moving her mouth. Like if she's somebody, Gremlin, shut the fuck up. You ain't shit, you old hag. You're fixing to croak. Al rato te va a llevar la verga. And from what I understand, a lot of people are going to go piss on your fucking grave, you fucking old piece of shit hag. So, yeah, guys, let me see. What else do I need to touch up on? I think that was it with Gremlin saying the same bullshit over and over again. Like talking about the whole veteran thing. Nobody's looking for me, pendeja. That's an old fucking subject, an old mamada that you made up. Shut the fuck up. Your son was jacking off, and those are facts. You're mad because you can say all this shit about me, but guess what, bitch? You have no receipts to prove anything you say. Nomás hablas a lo pendejo. But guess what? The difference between me and you is when I talk, cuando yo hablo, when I say shit about you and your son. Guess what? I have the receipts to back it up. I have the video. I have the video, you old fucking hag. So you know what I mean? You can say whatever the fuck you want, and you don't have fucking proof, bitch. Uh, so yeah, like I said, guys, if there is somebody here cagando el palo on the comments, just delete them. And as far as Sumu goes, like I said, Sumu, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody scared of you. Ain't nobody scared of Arty Boy. A mí me vale verga. You know, I'm not scared of him. I'll confront that fat fuck. Dude, guys, did you see his fucking, did you guys see his mugshot picture? The guy looks, parece que ni tiene pescuezo el vato. He looks just a fat blob, another fat, stocky blob of fucking shit looking motherfucker. You know what I mean? But of course, what do you expect? Because that's what Sumu's not an attractive person. Sumu is a fat blob of shit. Sumu, and show your fucking birth certificate, you fat blob of shit. Why ain't you showing your birth certificate? People are still waiting. ICE is also gonna get notified, you fucking fat bitch. So that's something else. That's three things. ICE will get notified and investigate her residency. And another thing is CPS is going to get involved. They're going to investigate that. I already have a list of people that are going to call tomorrow, and so so yeah, they're gonna investigate all that shit. Law enforcement is also going to look to see if there is a weapon in the residence, which I know for a fact there shouldn't be any guns around kids. So Sumo, why don't you talk about that, you fat bitch? Why don't you talk about the fact that your fucking daughter got trained? Le dieron el pinche tren ahí en el pinche at a fucking pep rally, bitch. So get my name out of your fucking mouth, old hag. Get my name out of your fucking mouth too, bitch, because you already know every time you mention my name, Sumo, you already know every time you mention my name, I will make a video and I will rebuttal you, fat bitch. So you know what I mean. The best thing to do is leave me out of your shit. You don't want, you know what I mean? Don't fuck with me, and I don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? That's all you got to do. Even when I went live and read your court documents, I never talked bad about your kids. I only read what they told the court, cuckoo head. So just let me see. Uh, so yeah, guys. So that's something that I wanted to talk about, and I am gonna address that. Another thing about I'm gonna end this video. This whole thing with John Allen, there is receipts, guys. That John, this whole thing about John, he had betrayed me long ago, a long time ago. I already knew John is not a credible person. He's in my opinion, he has no credibility. He has a history. For as long as I've known the guy, he does have a history of bouncing back and forth. There was a time a long time ago when this whole drama started, when he went when we first became friends, when we were exposing Vanessa. There was a time where he actually started taking homicide all of a sudden out of nowhere, and he cut me off. He started not talking to me, and out of nowhere, like I was freaking out with that. So I was like, well, fuck that motherfucker. You know what I mean? If he doesn't want to talk to me or whatever, he wants to join Tweaker or whatever. So, anyways, about a year or so passed, and then he started messaging me again. We started talking. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I said, well, fuck it. Maybe he made a mistake. I'll go ahead and be his friend again. So we started being friends again, and I guess he started beefing with the Tweaker. And then now all of a sudden I'm hearing that he's over there on the Oinkin side, on the fat fucking pig side. So and I'm not surprised because he does have a history of flip flopping, going back and forth, and John, I just want to tell you, bro, you're a piece of shit. You have no credibility. You ain't worth a fuck, bro. You're not an honorable man. Shut the fuck up. You're not an honorable man because you don't have palabra, bro. Um, Look at yourself. Look how stupid you look. You're on a fucking platform that supports the very person that you were fighting against and exposing all these years. All those fat women support Vanessa, you fucking dumb fuck motherfucker. And now you're over there licking their ass and being on their fucking platform, joining forces with them, calling in and commenting. You're a fucking that shows everyone that you're a fucking panochon, bro. You're a fucking weak-minded, spineless piece of shit. You couldn't fucking stay to one side, bro. You had to fucking go on that fucking platform and join forces with the very same people that support the person you hated since day one. How does that make you look, you fucking old fuck? How does that make you look? That makes you look like a fucking pussy, a panochon, a spineless piece of shit old person with no credibility, bro. And and you know what? And you're supposedly Genie, and you already admitted that you guys have been watching that fat show of fat women for over a year. So that tells me que no vales verga, bro. You're a piece of shit in my book, and you know what I mean. No, you have no credibility, man. So he's comfortable there because he was already there. Exactly, Comis. There's how women to blame. So I don't know, guys. It just freaks me out how he would go and entertain those fat ladies, those fat women, knowing that they all supported the very one person that he was fighting and trying to expose from the get go. It doesn't make sense. Like like all those women support the very fucking same person. You know what I mean? The person that you fucking that you were fighting against. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, guys. Let me see. Plus, Gina is on the platform. How embarrassing. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm going on already on 21 minutes. I don't need to be here for an hour, 2 hours. I just wanted to clap back to Gremlin and let Gremlin know that there is a fucking video of your son jacking off, and there is a video of him having sex with Tweaker, and there is a video of your daughter sucking Tweaker's dick, and she got a fucking STD in her mouth, and got gonorrhea and STDs, bitch. So talk about that on tea time. That your fucking daughter's a whore, that she got fucked at a band hall by several band directors, and that there's a video of your son jacking off all over the place. And shut the fuck up with the veteran thing. With that, there's veterans looking for me. If that's true, then why hasn't anyone spoken out? Why hasn't anyone reached out to me? You fucking old hag. You know why? Because you're lying and you have no receipts, bitch. So so yeah. Threesome, maybe buchona. Damn. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Gremlin, raise your kids right. Uh, we all know that you were a fucking gold digger. You had to marry your own fucking boss because that's the only way you were able to get money. If not, you would have been stuck in the fucking projects, sucking dick for $2 a fucking hit like your daughter does there at the band hall, bitch. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna end it with that. Like I said, these fucking fat women and this old hag already knows whenever my name gets mentioned and they want to talk shit, I'm gonna talk shit right back. So that's the way I operate. You know what I mean? John had reached out to me trying to pin Sonny on RJ. And you know what? I don't know. I don't know who this Sonny is. I haven't kept up with all that. I don't know, but I was looking at some of the typing patterns between Sonny and Wyatt, and they do match the way John types. And I know, and a lot of people are gonna say, well, how do you know how John types up? Well, I don't know if you. Well, everyone knows that me and John have been friends from the very beginning when we started going hard on Vanessa and exposing her. So, and we have messaged each other countless times, and like I said, I know how he types. I know how he likes to use emojis. I know his typing patterns, and I know from what I saw from that Wyatt profile and Sunny, it does match up to him. And now them admitting that they've been watching the Heifer show for over a year, and all that shit adds up. It adds up. I don't know why he would go and entertain those fat women, knowing they support fat Vanessa, that fat blob of shit. So it only makes sense. And I know, and it is John because I know John likes to fuck. John does have fake profiles. I know when me and him were friends, he had a few of them that he would use. I think there was one called Hyman, Heimer or something like that, that he would use to go and fuck with Vanessa, troll her when she was live. So for him to say, "Oh, well, I don't have fake profiles," no, John. If anybody knows you better than anybody, it's me. And I know you like to have a lot of fake profiles, and I know you like to make them. So I know how you operate, bro. So don't try to fool anybody because what I say, if anybody knows you better than anyone, it's me. So they didn't go to the funeral out of guilt. Yeah, that's fucking sad. So yeah, guys, it's sad that he's doing that, going, having a fucking having to go join forces with those women, and everyone knows all those women, Silverback, Sumu, El Turnio, all those people support. They support fucking Vanessa. They all support the Chisqueada. So and we all know Turnio is the one running the Gorilla Adams page. He makes it. It's funny, guys, because as soon as that page 956 posts something about El Turnio or Silverback, there they go posting something about me or Ophelia or somebody because they think it's me and it's not. They're just making a fool out of themselves. So they give themselves away real easy. Like, and we all know the way Turnio types too. John has been mad because he said Ophelia would not push the Claudia daughter issue against Vanessa. And yeah, and I think he's mad too because this whole Velda thing. I don't know what he hates Velda so much that anybody that talks to Velda is like he probably felt that just because Ophelia or me or somebody else were saying hi to Velda or just greeting her or whatever, that we were automatically on her side. I was, you know what I mean? I was just being nice to her. Like if he would have been smart and said, you know what, there's no way Lupe or Ophelia will ever pick Velda or over me. Just because we were saying hi to her or being nice to her or whatever because she was being nice to us doesn't mean we were gonna be like, oh fuck John, we're not on John's side no more. No, it was nothing like that. It was just we were just being nice. That's all it was. And if he would have played his cards right, he would have seen that. He would have fucking understood that we were just being nice to her. Nobody was picking sides. You know what I mean? Whatever feud they had going on, it was between them. I wasn't getting involved in that shit. You know what I mean? And as far as I know, Ophelia wasn't even getting involved in that feud either. He hates the fact that we talked to Velda, but he was with Kathy all along, hombre. Yeah, and you know what? Like I was saying, like just because we were saying hi to her, whatever, doesn't mean that we were saying, oh, we were conspiring against John, or we were trying, or we weren't even doing that. We were just being nice. Like if John would have never betrayed us or said anything about us or joined those fatzos, I would have never like just because I was talking to Velda, I was not gonna say, oh, you know what? I'm on Velda's side now. No, I'm on nobody's side. I'm just being nice. She was being nice. She was being cordial or whatever, and I decided to be cordial, and I'm sure Ophelia felt the same way. The lady was being cordial. She was being nice to us. She was jumping on the lives, being friendly. So we were just being friendly. We weren't picking sides. We were just like whatever. If they have beef, now now, if John didn't like me or Ophelia talking to her, or he could have reached out and said, "Hey, you know what? Don't talk to her. I don't trust her, or whatever." And if he would have reached out to me the right way, I would have been like, "Hey, yeah, go for it, John. I'll go ahead and back you up on this or whatever, right?" But of course, he didn't communicate with anybody. He just jumped the gun and assumed things, and went straight over there with the Winkins. So it's fucked up. Why does everyone have to do what was? If Velda uses my name, that doesn't mean I'm aware of it or we talked. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like there's been several times where Velda mentions my name and I don't even know what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean? And like I said, Tweaker 2 también me pela la verga. You know what I mean? He's trying to blame that whole thing with the Whataburger thing on fucking on Velda and Anna, and I know he was like Velda and Anna already said they even I called into their show. They even said that everyone knows that there is a homeless man here in Raymondville that he's in a wheelchair, and I actually bought him a meal that day, and he was the one sitting across the table from us, and he was the one that had I guess he had taken off his socks there. I don't know. Like I said, I don't judge nobody. He was a homeless man, and he was just there, and you know so I don't understand why they're trying to make it seem like if, first of all, I have my own house, bitch. Unlike you, tweaker, you live in a fucking shack. You know what I mean? I have my own washer and dryer here. I don't need to fucking be doing anything stupid like that. I never took off my shoes there or anything. So shut the fuck up, bitch. You're the one that can't even afford a haircut, bro. You can't afford a haircut. You can't fucking shave. You look like a fucking homeless bum off the fucking street. So, so yeah, why don't you talk about that instead of moving your fucking mouth? And then he wants to make fun of the coupons or whatever. First of all, bitch, if the employees there decided to pass out coupons, that's what the fuck does that have to do with me, you dumb fuck? You know, they passed out coupons to everyone sitting there. I guess they were trying to get rid of them, and I think it was you buy one shake, you get another one free. So you still had to pay full price for one. And I didn't even want it. I gave it to Velda, and Velda was the one that fucking used it. So I don't know why they're trying to make a big deal about that. Get coupons, like bitch. Talk to the Waterburger employees if you're so mad about it. They're the ones that were passing them out. I had nothing to do with that. Damn, it doesn't cost anything to shave. Yeah, like I don't like I fucking cut my own hair today and I shave. You know what I mean? I don't like to be looking like if I'm out on the street homeless and shit because I have my own fucking house and I have my own stuff here. So unlike fucking Shrek, he depends on his mom and none of his family likes him and his mom's not gonna last forever. El rato se le va a llevar a la verga esa pinche señora and Shrek's gonna be out in the street like a fucking bum. What is he gonna do? So sooner or later, his karma's gonna come even harder, and I can't wait till that happens. Damn, it doesn't cost. Well, anyways, guys, I'm gonna shut it down because I'm already going on 30 minutes here, and I just let me see. I just wanted to address Gremlin and Sumo real quick because Gremlin was moving her mouth, so I have to rebuttal every time that old hag moves her fucking dirty, cock infested mouth. Talk to you guys later, guys. Stay blessed.